Welcome back to Chip's channel. And today we're going to do something a little bit different because I'm going to tell you my story, how it all began and where I'm at today. Basically, this will be just, part 1, part 2, part 3 series. So you just have to catch up as the week progresses. So here we go. I don't know where to begin. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Well, there's a suburb about 30 miles out. So, born in 1964. Yes, I am almost, you can do the math. It's been a journey. And I was adopted at a very, very young age. I'm not really sure how it all started. All I know, I have 2 twin sisters apparently, and I get my height from my grandfather, which is really interesting. That the information that was told to me by my mom, those are the 2 pieces that I remember. I have a recollection of going into the courthouse, probably at about 2, with my very first suit and tie, and sitting on these hard benches. So other than that, I don't really know a whole lot. So I don't know, how this video might even help that process. Not that I'm really all that excited about meeting her, but, so that was my adoption process. Back then, a lot of people, a lot of black families kept their mistakes in the family. So I don't know a lot about that, and see maybe possibly if I'm somehow related to somebody out there. But anyway, that's the adoption process. I remember my dad putting me on his knee. He was so big back then, and I remember walking into my room for the very first time, and it seemed like it was enormous, this mountain of toys. And the first thing that I picked up, which I held for many, many years, was a set of pink bongo drums, which was a premonition for my future, I guess, at some point. So we regress. Kindergarten was interesting because I was one of the few black kids in an all-white school, predominantly Jewish. So that started me with a lot of questions later in life. Why don't I get a bar mitzvah? I didn't get that. And then one day I asked my mom, and she told me that we're not Jewish. And that actually crushed me for quite a few days. So I don't know. That was just, kids come up with these ideas in their head, and it's good to be honest, but the way you share it is important as well. But I remember Mrs. Dahl. I can say her name because she's dead now, but I remember standing in line to get a kiss goodbye, and I of course was the last kid, and everyone is going up to the front. She kisses them on the cheek, and she makes a big to-do about wait a few minutes, because I have to get ready for Charlie. And she would go back to her purse. She would get out more lipstick, put heavy dose on, and give me a kiss to make sure that it showed up. And that really began me feeling so different. Like, why? Why does she have to do this? Why is it a big deal? I didn't understand any of that. Things continued, really little. I remember my mom getting a German housekeeper. My mom was big on, if she was alive today, she'd be great, because she was always so big on political incorrectness. And one of the things she did, while everybody in our neighborhood had white housekeepers, she decided to get a German housekeeper. And that was a statement to be made, you know, and I love that. Um, you know, we were little, we couldn't really do housework yet, and she didn't want to come home to a dirty house. So that was the remedy. Um, you know, my skin was extremely dry. It cracked on the palms of my hands, my feet, around my nose. So we had to go to a doctor and have it filed off with a metal file, weekly or monthly. But I remember it was excruciating, a lot of blood. And but you know, as a black family, we discovered Lubriderm and Vaseline and cocoa butter, which is every black family's remedy for dry skin. You know, so little things have happened when I was little to really kind of mold and in some ways who I am today. You know, there's a lot of things that I kept as a child that you know it's still in effect for who I am today. I had some aunts and uncles who were so glamorous, and you know, they would go on trips. They would come to our house for Christmas and smell amazing, look amazing, always a fur coat, you know, gigantic Cadillacs with fins, big white walls, just the epitome of what the 70s was back then. And, you know, I wanted that. I wanted part of that. I wanted to understand that. So life as a kid was, in some ways, was just normal, you know. What went wrong? Well, we'll see. We'll talk about it. So until next week, ta-ta for now.